Hi, good morning, good day. Myself, Hanublal from Banja Luka, Bosnia. Today, we'll be discussing the detailed admission procedures, how to enroll a student in University of Banja Luka medical faculty, what are the visa documentation, what will be all the documentation done in India, also how you will be getting assisted in all the procedures in Bosnia. Not only these procedures, we'll be talking about the safety measures, how we will be taking care of our students in Bosnia. Let me introduce.
Yes, my name is Banja Lukic. I'm a coordinator at the Faculty of Medicine at the University of Banja Luka.
Hi, I'm Ljubica Janjetović. I work as the coordinator for the English taught study programs at the Faculty of Medicine in Banja Luka.
Thank you. So let's start with what is the first step of a student to start an admission procedure for this university?
Yes, so the first step for the students is to send in the documentation, that is their high school diploma and their passport copy, to the faculty online. After we receive all the documents, then we have an entrance exam for the students. It's an online entrance exam. Once the student passes this exam, they go on to pay the first part of the tuition fee. And once we have all of this documentation, then the student is ready for their student visa application.
Okay, ma'am, can you explain about what kind of entrance exam, on what basis the entrance exam is done, how many questions and how many marks to be obtained to gain a seat here?
Okay, first I want to say that actually all of the details regarding the entrance exam are available on the faculty's website. So the entrance exam includes a biology and a chemistry test, and a candidate needs to receive at least 15 points to pass the exam. The exam is made of 50 questions.
Total 50 questions.
Total 50.
And minimum, I think they need to pass a 30 marks.
Is 15 points.
15 points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But I prefer all the students, when you write the entrance exam, to get the marks 50 out of 50, because I want my students to perform well. So the university is also expecting the same in your medical career. Also, ma'am, after the entrance exam, what are the next procedures?
So after the following the entrance exam, that is when the student gets a conditional offer letter from us even before the entrance exam. And once they get all the details for the online entrance exam and successfully pass it, then they get the instructions for payment of the first tuition fee. These are the requirements that we have, so we can then apply for the invitation letter for the student. We work with our agency, Artifact Global, who then helps the students with all these documentation and the gathering and everything that's needed for the visa process as well.
For getting a conditional offer letter, because you have mentioned the certificates, let me make it clear. We need 10th, 12th certificate. If the student will share these documents, we'll be checking the eligibility with the university. If you are eligible, you are okay to go to the entrance exam. Is the passport is necessary to get a conditional offer letter?
The passport is not always necessary. As we work with our agency, and when we gather all the other papers, we understand sometimes for some reasons students are taking a bit longer to get their passport ready, so we can go on to the process even without the passport at that moment. However, when we initiate the visa process, we do need all the details from the passport.
Okay, I know the tuition fees is
400, 500, yeah.
The tuition fee here, it is 4,500 euros, approximately 4.5 lakhs Indian rupees. So when the student will pass the entrance exam, they must pay the tuition fees full, or till 6th year they can pay the tuition fees by part.
So they can pay the tuition fee of 4,500 euros in 2 installments during that academic year. The first part, the 2,500 euros, need to be paid after the entrance exam, so we can apply for the visa. And the second installment is to be paid in the next semester, which is in February the following year.
There is an important advice for all the parents. When you will be paying the tuition fees to any university, don't pay to any agents on India or anybody. the invoice which will be produced from the university, it will be mentioned the university account number and the amount should be paid. So every parent should pay the tuition fees directly to the university account, and from second year, from first year to sixth year, they can pay the same directly to the university account. So you must follow this to avoid all the scams you can face in India. So ma'am, after paying the tuition fees, what are the procedures to be done?
So after that, we get into the visa application. The first step is something that the university does. We prepare the paperwork that we send for the invitation letter for the student. And once that invitation letter is approved, then we send it to our agency, who takes over the application process for the embassy in India. And once the student then arrives to Bosnia, they have the obligation of applying for a residence permit. Again, with the help of the agency and us, we go through all the paperwork.
And how much time it will take to get an invitation after paying the tuition fees?
Well, this is depending on when it is submitted. It can take up for maybe perhaps from 1 week to several weeks, depending on the workload that the Center for Foreigner has.
So approximately 7 to 14 days after paying the fees?
I would say perhaps 2 weeks, maybe more, for the invitation letter, depending on the Center for Foreigners. And then we go into the process with the embassy, which can also take a while depending on the embassy's workload.
So after paying the tuition fees, what are the other documents should the student parallelly do? Same like police clearance certificate, which is not used in India, but after coming here, yeah. So what are the other documents students?
Proof of accommodation,
Okay.
Health insurance, medical certificate, and what else? Those are, yeah.
Yes. So
Valid passport and
yes, at the very beginning, what's needed is the valid passport, and all this documentation regarding the health insurance and everything is something that the agency will work in coordination with the parent. That's what's needed when they come to India. So to begin with, the agency will help with the paperwork that's needed for the embassy, and one of the documents that is needed for the student to bring from India, it's, as you mentioned, it's the police clearance. That is the one document that they cannot obtain here in Bosnia. Everything else can be done in Bosnia. The health insurance policy, all the paperwork regarding the accommodation and everything. But the police clearance is something that needs to be translated to Serbian and be brought from India when they come.
So here comes how the world will be assisting you in India, because rather than 10th, 12th certificate, police clearance with the translation with MEA poster and the accommodation proof, all kind of translation of your documents, travel insurance, embassy appointment, including embassy fees. Here DWORD will be assisting you from India, and after these documents get ready, we will be taking the appointment from the embassy and will be submitting for the document. Till now, there is no any rejection for my students. What are the cancellation policies? If a student pay the tuition fees and if he is not willing to come, or if a student pay the tuition fees and if his visa is got rejected, what are the cancellation policies we have?
The refund of the tuition fee that the student has already paid can be refunded in case the visa is rejected at the embassy.
Okay. If visa is not rejected, he got the stamp and the student is not willing to come.
Yes, we do not do the refund in that case. The faculty does not.
Why? Because here we have only limited seats. When you are paying your tuition fees, it is reserved for you so that we can give. You will be admitted when you pay your tuition fees. So when students apply for Bosnia, study well, learn about the university, know more about the courses and opportunities, and pay the tuition fees. If the visa is rejected, the tuition fees payment will be refunded to your same account. After reaching here, how they start the admission procedures here?
So once they have reached the university, they've already been admitted. So they start their classes as soon as they come to Bosnia. They do then have the obligations to check in with the Center for Foreigners. Again, this is something the agency helps the students with. And then they have a certain amount of time, depending on how long they have the visa for. That can be, for instance, 180 days, in which they have to gather all the documents needed for the residence permit. This is something that we help with, but this is mainly something that the agency helps the students with this part. So with regard to the academic process, they just go straight into the classes once they are here.
So once said students land in Bosnia, we assist you from airport pickup, the accommodation assistance, all the admission procedures, translation, notary, medical, visa extension. Visa extension means you will be having a stamped visa in your passport. It will be extended like a temporary residence card every year. So these procedures, DWorld will be assisting you. So ma'am, what is the minimum days before they need to apply for the temporary residence card?
It depends on the visa. There are different it's a different amount of time. Usually it has been 180 days, but of course we do need to start with it as soon as they come, because there is a certain amount of bureaucratic things that need to be done that take time. They have to apply for a resident number here in Bosnia. They have to open a bank account, which can take a little while. They have to have proof of a certain amount of money that's in that bank account. They need a student certificate from us. They need to get the medical certificate for the faculty, and they need to get a medical certificate for the residence permit. So there is a lot of documents that need to be gathered, and everything needs to be translated. So basically, we start with the process of the documentation as soon as the student is here.
So nobody need to worry. All these documentations will be done and assisted from our own company. So all these procedures will be done from our side. Student have to go to only the classes, do the admission, start the classes. Rest of the procedures, DWorld will be assisting you. So ma'am, if a student start their classes, and I know like every year they need to extend the temporary residence card.
Yes.
So if they will be late for paying the fees, does it affect to extend it?
Well, it does, yes. So every residence permit that a student gets, it's valid from the 31st of October for a whole year. So
the academic year.
Yes, and since the academic year starts on the 1st of October, it is expected that the student has paid their next tuition fee before the 1st of October. So that is well in time for the student to get their student certificate, which is needed for the residence permit. So yes, the student should absolutely fulfill their financial obligation towards the company, towards the university.
So a very good advice to all the parents who will be sending their children outside, not only in Bosnia, to any country, you should have a real financial plan, because according to your payment of tuition fees, this country will extend your child temporary residence card. So parents should have a real financial plan, because it can affect a student life and their studies here. Is there any measures to be taken care of a student when they will land here and they will leave here?
Well, they should most certainly always be in contact with us as the university coordinators and the agency, because we will help them through all the processes that are needed. So the only documents that are very important that they take with them is the ones that we have explained on both our websites and that the agency will explain to them. Here, their main goal is to attend their classes regularly and to fulfill all their obligations towards the academic institution.
They also need to respect all the local laws and regulations, and also they should wear ID documents.
Yeah, they should carry these documents always.
Mm-hmm.
And after reaching here, after the admission procedures, all the students must go for a procedure called notification. What is notification? It is a procedure. Year 12 document will be attested by a MEA poster from India, and it is an eligibility check whether you are eligible for your chosen course by the Ministry of Education in Bosnia and the Ministry of Education in India. Mostly, if the document is not fake and if it is apostolized, mostly all the students will pass notification, and we will be assisting and we will be done from our side. So students no need to worry. And ma'am, what is the student life in Banja Luka? Can you explain about the city, the culture, the city lifestyle for the students?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, I would say that Banja Luka is a small town, peaceful town, very adjusted to students, and I think international students they adjust well to culture and to life in Banja Luka. We also have a growing international students community. Students make strong friendships with students from other countries. Banja Luka has walkable city structure during every part of the day and night, and the lifestyle is very affordable to students.
As a parent, also I would also want to add Banja Luka is a city with a low crime rate, and I know this is something that's important for the parents when they send their children so far away to understand that this is a place that is very safe.
Besides education in University of Banja Luka, what are the other activities students can involve in?
Yes, we actually have a lively nightlife, a lot of cafes, bars, restaurants. We have different cultural activities. I think our Indian students, for example, they celebrate their holidays, Rangotsav, Diwali, and we also have some other events for the international students.
Okay, so these are the opportunities what you will miss if you choose study in India. When I have told every my videos, when you choose study abroad, you will get a big opportunity to meet the people, to meet big cultures, different cultures, and to see the other ecosystem, and to meet and also to learn a good language we can use for other countries. It will also helps you in your medical journey, in your clinical exposure. Academic holiday starts and
So the academic year in Bosnia is divided into 2 semesters. One starts on 1st of October and lasts until January, and then the second one starts in February and ends in June. And in between these, we have the exam periods. There are several exam periods where students have attempts to the exams for each subject. The summer break is during the July month, and this is where most of our international students choose to go.
July
home.
and August.
August, yes. Sometimes in the middle of the August, we have an exam period that starts. I think this year, for instance, on the 17th of August. So basically, the students have the summer break July and half of August.
Okay, it is not a must that all students want to travel to India, but we have arranged some part-time jobs, like it is a internship program. It is not a must all students to travel to back their home at these academic holidays. With the help of university, we have found a good opportunity to work in your summer holidays in Europe, and you can earn your living expenses for the next year. So utilize the opportunities. What is your best advice, or do you want to say something to our parents and to our children in India who are willing to pursue their MBBS abroad or in Bosnia?
Well, as a parent, also, I would like to say that I think that I do understand that it's a very big decision to send your child abroad to study. But as also the person who studied abroad myself, I think it gives such richness in experience for the students. And you come to a new country, you get to know other customs, you get to know another culture, another language, you make lifelong friends. And I think it gives you an opportunity that is something that I would really advise any parent to think about.
They should explore and they should utilize the opportunities.
Yes, we absolutely think so. Especially this city now, Banja Luka is such a, like my colleague said, there is such a growing population of international students. So
it's a happening city. Every day there is
very happening. It's not a large city, but it's just I always feel that Banja Luka is such a perfect student city because it's not too large, not too small. It has a great student life, sports and cultural life, music, and at the same time a very good education that these students need for their future career.
And easy to travel. They can go anywhere in the city like in 15 minutes.
Yes.
So easy, accessible city, because when they choose, it is also a must, because they need to take a rest after taking a class. If they need to find a supermarket, it should find availability like in 5-10 minutes. So I see all these kind of facilities the students are getting very easily, and the transportation charge is very cheap, because if you call a taxi, it will take like 5 baht, and now usually our students used to share a taxi, so per students it will be 50 rupees by taking a taxi. So when you compare to European candidate country or Europe, we have a European standard of education in a cheaper and the best quality way. If they have many pending exams, what will happen?
So, well, our students must attempt their exams. They have, for instance, 9 subjects in the first year, for instance, and they can carry over a certain amount of points, ECTS points, to the next year. However, a student must pass most of the exams in order to go on to the next academic year. Because if a student doesn't attend their classes regularly and does not pass most of their exams, they will then have to redo the year in case they do not.
They will be repeating the year.
They will, in that case, a student repeats the year, yes. But if the students study hard and attend all their classes, then this usually does not happen.
So all the parents must know medical journey, it is little tough, and there should be a good hard working behind that. So the student must prepare for this kind of atmosphere when you come here. We will be assisting. We have a team in the university, we have a team in India, we have another assistance team here in Bosnia. We'll be assisting you throughout your medical journey. From the student, what we need? We need their hard work to study, to attend the classes and pass the exams. Rest everything, me, D-World and the university will be handling it. So ma'am, thank you for the information. I think we have got a good idea about the admission procedures, what should be taken care of, and how all these procedures to be done in India and in Bosnia. So I think most of the parents, this is the real procedures, how you can get admission in Bosnia. In any universities, the procedure is same, and in India, we'll be assisting you. So more details for admission procedures and about the university, please contact the World International.